Well, my name is Andres Felipe Sogamoso.
Hi Andres.
I am studying architecture, and today I'm going to talking about the housing problem in the country. Well, first, in Colombia, especially in Bogota, there are a lot of different kinds of problems in housing, especially in the subsidized housing. Today in Bogota, the people is starting to build their houses in the periphery without any permission of the government. They always go against to the laws that establish the government. And the people are starting to making that because today the Bogota receives a lot of people that are desplazados. So they come to Bogota to build in the hills. I am going to, in that, I can say about that the people are starting to build in the periphery of Bogota because Bogota can't grow in the directions that west and the south because there is the Oriental Hills and the River Bogota. I am going to say that this special case, one of these informal settlements is in Suba. We can see that Suba is another part of Bogota, another district that the people are starting to build their house and have a lot of risks, and I am going to talk about this neighborhood. It's called La Manuelita. There is a good neighborhood because have a good people, but the problem of this neighborhood is that the people that comes to this hill starting to build their house without any permission, and the government don't be afraid about the people who live there. So they're starting to make it that, and they don't have basic needs such as water, electricity, or others. For that reason, the government never helps these people. In this neighborhood, the people doesn't have an hospital, stores, doesn't have any schools or parks that the boys can play. This is something for us about the houses. We can show that the houses are not so good. They have a lot of problems about the structure, and this kind of parks are because the people see their necessity and starting to making that. But if you see, all the neighborhood is the same. It's the same houses, all the same, and you can't never see any kind of infrastructure such as hospitals, and schools, and that. I go to the neighborhood and I meet Doña Flor. Doña Flor was one of the founders of this neighborhood. She arrives to Suba district almost 15 years. She is starting to construct the neighborhood with a lot of different kinds of friends that have the same situation. You can see that these people have a lot of problems. They need a lot of services. Doña Flor lives with about the infrastructure in the neighborhood. There are 8.1 of multifamily housing. That is that one family lives in the first floor, one on the second, and that the second percentage is 12.5. That is the single family, and the latest these community homes that are the ICBF that receives a lot of boys or that are losing, or that her fathers are I don't know how to say, guerrilleros,
Only.
But you can see that they don't have infrastructure, they don't have hospitals or any kind of that. The distance that have to record, that have to travel a person that lives in that neighborhood are too long, because someone who wants to go to the Portal, to the Transmilenio, have to travel 3.8 kilometers, and it's only to go to the Portal, assimilating that there is no traffic and there is too well. Another kind of that is like Doña Flor saying that her sons working in the center of Bogota, he always have to travel the 17.8 kilometers, and he told to me that he always waste like 2 hours to go into the work in the center, and if the son of Doña Flor wants to carry their children to a park, they have to go to the Parque Simón Bolívar, and they waste like 12.8 kilometers, and there is like she told to me there is sometimes 1 hour or 2 hours. So for that reason, the government of Colombia is starting to make new projects and to relocate these people. For that, Doña Flor is going to be relocated. She was relocated in a new neighborhood that calls Green City Project. Green City Project is ubicated in Bosa, in the periphery of Bogota, and the government is starting to sell this project to this kind of people, and the government assegurates to the people that they are going to have good infrastructure, and there is like the image of the project. You can see that the government say that the people are going to have hospitals, that the people are going to, this is a library, and other kind of that, and this is like a mall. Schools, these two are schools, but this is not good because the project, because the government to save money, they don't build this infrastructure, and the project is the same, always the same. This is the same construction in all the neighborhood, and it's so I don't know, monotony, because if you walk in all the neighborhood, you always see the same building, and you will have this. It's like a park, but it don't be a development about the government. It's only green. Another kind of example about that is the Citadel del Recreo. That is the same, have the same problem. The government say to the people that they are going to make infrastructure, and the people who lives there never see that. These have a lot of problems in structure about the houses, and all the houses are the same in all the neighborhoods. So there is so sad to the people who lives there. And this is a terrible example of about the free housing Vargas Lleras, because they starting to relocate the people that lives in different kind of La Guajira, starting to make or to put these people in these houses that are the same. There are two bad, and they have serious problems with the water, because the houses in some cases get. So the solution to this problem is to buy a new project that calls Plaza de la Hoja. This is going to be a new building that have a lot of services inside of them. This building have inside, well, the housing, but have a lot of different infrastructures. This has like a hospital, but it's not called hospital, it's UPA, que se traduce Unidad de Primeros Auxilios. Are going to have schools, gardens, and markets inside of them, so we can guarantee that the people are going to live good, and that their life are going to be better for these people.